Congratulations, you have graduated. Now it's time to find a job. I know this can be a really overwhelming process. It is even for people who have been in the workforce for a really long time. Hi, I'm Delina Bradley, job interview coach and career marketing specialist, and today I am going to share with you the first 5 steps you need to take to get that job as soon as possible. The first step is to polish your resume and your LinkedIn profile. Make sure that your resume is in a good modernized format, that it is optimized for applicant tracking systems for online applications, and then it has some quantifiable information in there if you can put it in your resume. It can be numbers of people that you worked with, or it can talk about specifics of groups, whether you improved a process, whether you helped somebody save money. Try to make things as quantifiable and specific as possible. For LinkedIn, if you don't already have a profile, make sure you build a profile, because LinkedIn is a very popular way for recruiters and hiring managers to find even entry-level people. So make sure that you populate as many sections as you can and have presence on LinkedIn and be active on the platform. Number 2 is build a list of target companies that you would like to work for. And that research you can do by using your local business journal book of lists. Most business journals will publish a book of lists. You can do that through Google search, of course, and also companies like Dun & Bradstreet. They have good company information, and also just word of mouth. Build that list of target companies. Try to have at least 20 or 30 to start with. And then the next thing is to build a list of people that you can talk with who might get you, be able to connect you with people inside of that company. Start with people that you know, and then ask them for people they might know who might give you more information. And I will link to informational interviews and also a broader article about this in the comments below, so look for that. The third step is to Google yourself. Recruiters and hiring managers, when they're considering bringing people in for interviews, they don't just look at LinkedIn. Sometimes they'll just run a Google search, and so you want to know what's out there about you. If you haven't already done so, be sure to clean up your social media profiles and adjust the privacy settings accordingly, and know what's out there on Google. And then the fourth thing is to change your voicemail message, or if you're not used to using voicemail, make sure that it's set up, and then recording a voicemail message, and then getting in the habit of checking your voicemail, because even though recruiters are texting and they're emailing and they're in-mailing through LinkedIn, they still might make a phone call. So get in the habit of using your voicemail and recording a message. It can be as simple as, "Hello, you've reached Delina Bradley. The phone number, I'm not available right now. I'll get back to you right away." It's as simple as that. And last, practice interviewing. Think about some of the questions that you might be asked, and some really common screening questions include, tell me about yourself. Why are you interested in our company? Why are you interested in this job specifically? What strengths do you bring to our company? And maybe what's a weakness or two? And you might want to think through some common behavioral questions as well. But starting to think through and practice your responses to some of those more common interview questions can be really helpful and not so nerve-wracking when you get that first call. So with this plan in place, if you go through those 5 steps, you're well on your way to accelerating your search and getting that first new job. For more information about me, you can go to my website, DelinaBradley.com. In the meantime, I wish you the best of luck as you start your career.